sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjara bhava mai samaya Santo Benza Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benza Santo Deno Chinda Chindu Membawa Suto Kayo Membawa Supo Kayo Anorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudhame Siddhamashya Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Benjara Mame Benja Benja Bhava Mai Samaya Santo Benza Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benza Santo Deno Chinda Chindu Membawa Suto Kayo Membawa Supo Kayo Anorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudhame Siddhamashya Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Benjara Mame Benja Benjara Bhava Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chinda Chindu Membawa Suto Kayo Membawa Supo Kayo Anorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudhame Siddhamashya Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Benjara Mame Benja Benjara Bhava Mai Samaya Santo Benza Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benza Santo Deno Chinda Chindu Membawa Suto Kayo Membawa Supo Kayo Anorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudhame Siddhamashya Ha 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 ho Bhagavan Sarva Tata Gata Benjara Mame Benja Benjara Bhava Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chinda Chindu Membawa Suto Kayo Membawa Supo Kayo Membawa Anorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Sudhame Siddhamashya samaya manopalaya benza sato deno bajinga membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medayant sarva karma susame sedamashya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno bajinga jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medayant sarva karma susame sedamashya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno bajinga jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medayant sarva karma susame sedamashya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno bajinga jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medayant sarva karma susame sedamashya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno bajinga jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medayant sarva karma susame sedamashya guru ha 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 ho bhagavan sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno bajinga jendo membawa Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Sudokayo Memba Sabakayo Honorando Memba Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarvankarma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Sudokayo Memba Sabakayo Honorando Memba Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarvankarma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Sudokayo Memba Sabakayo Honorando Memba Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarvankarma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Sudokayo Memba Sabakayo Honorando Memba Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarvankarma Sudame Siddhamashya Samaya Manopalaya Benza Sado Deno Sudokayo Memba Sabakayo Honorando Memba Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarvankarma Sudame Siddhamashya Sarva Svabhava Samaya Santo Benza Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benza Santo Deno Chendra Chendro Membawa Soto Kayo Membawa Sopo Kayo Membawa Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Siddhame Siddhama Shaya Guru Ha 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 Hoy Bhagavad Sarva Tata Gata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjem Baba Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chendra Chendro Membawa Soto Kayo Membawa Sopo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Siddhame Siddhama Shaya Guru Ha 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 Hoy Bhagavad Sarva Tata Gata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjem Baba Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chendra Chendro Membawa Soto Kayo Membawa Sopo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Siddhame Siddhama Shaya Guru Ha 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 Hoy Bhagavad Sarva Tata Gata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjem Baba Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chendra Chendro Membawa Soto Kayo Membawa Sopo Kayo Membawa Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Siddhame Siddhama Shaya Guru Ha 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 Hoy Bhagavad Sarva Tata Gata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjem Baba Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo Samaya Manopalaya Benja Santo Deno Chendra Chendro Membawa Soto Kayo Membawa Sopo Kayo Honorando Membawa Sarva Siddhi Medaya Sarva Karma Siddhame Siddhama Shaya Guru Ha 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 Hoy Bhagavad Sarva Tata Gata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjem Baba Mai Samaya Santo Benja Santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anurando membawa sarvajite medaya sarva karma sasame sedamashi ha 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 voy sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anurando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sasame sedamashi ha 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 voy sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anurando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sasame sedamashi ha 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 voy sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anurando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sasame sedamashi ha 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 voy sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anurando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sasame sedamashi ha 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 voy sarva tata gata benjara mame benja benjem bava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benza sato deno banjendra jendo membawa Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Membhava, Amnorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medayanta, Sarva Karma Sudhame, Siddhamashya Guru. Ha 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 ho, Tathagata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjambhava Mai Samaya Santu Benja Santu Samaya Manopalaya Benja Sado Deno Benja Deno Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Membhava, Amnorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medayanta, Sarva Karma Sudhame, Siddhamashya Guru. Ha 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 ho, Tathagata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjambhava Mai Samaya Santu Benja Santu Samaya Manopalaya Benja Sado Deno Benja Deno Membhava Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Membhava, Amnorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medayanta, Sarva Karma Sudhame, Siddhamashya Guru. Ha 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 ho, Tathagata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjambhava Mai Samaya Santu Benja Santu Samaya Manopalaya Benja Sado Deno Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Amnorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medayanta, Sarva Karma Sudhame, Siddhamashya Guru. Ha 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 ho, Tathagata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjambhava Mai Samaya Santu Benja Santu Samaya Manopalaya Benja Sado Deno Benja Deno Membhava Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Membhava, Amnorando Membhava, Sarvasiddhi Medayanta, Sarva Karma Sudhame, Siddhamashya Guru. Ha 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 ho, Tathagata Benjarai Mame Benja Benjambhava Mai Samaya Santu Benja Santu Samaya Manopalaya Benja Sado Deno Benja Deno Membhava Sudokayo Membhava, Subhakayo Membhava, Amnorando Membhava, samaya mano palaya benza sato deno banjena jeno membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata kata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano palaya benja sato deno banjena jeno membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata kata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano palaya benja sato deno banjena jeno membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata kata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano palaya benja sato deno banjena jeno membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata kata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano palaya benja sato deno banjena jeno membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sudhame siddhamashya ha 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 ho sarva tata kata benjara mame benja benjem bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano palaya benja sato deno banjena jeno membawa samaya manopalaya benza sato deno banchina jendo soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sutame siddhamashya ahoy bhagavad sarva tathagata benjaray mame benja benjam bhava mai samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno banchena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sutame siddhamashya ahoy bhagavad sarva tathagata benjaray mame benja benjam bhava mai samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno banchena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sutame siddhamashya ahoy bhagavad sarva tathagata benjaray mame benja benjam bhava mai samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno banchena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sutame siddhamashya ahoy bhagavad sarva tathagata benjaray mame benja benjam bhava mai samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno banchena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo Anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma sutame siddhamashya ahoy bhagavad sarva tathagata benjaray mame benja benjam bhava mai samaya santo benja santo samaya manopalaya benja sato deno banchena jendo membawa samaya manopalaya benza sato deno Soto kayo memba Sopo Amnorando memba Sarva Siddhi Metraya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Ha 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 da da ga da benjai ma benja benjai bhava ma samaya santo benja santo samaya mano balaya benja sato deno Soto kayo memba Sopo kayo memba Amnorando memba Sarva Siddhi Metraya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Ha 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 da da ga da benjai ma benja benjai bhava ma samaya santo benjai santo samaya manopalaya benjai sato deno Soto kayo memba Sopo kayo Amnorando memba Sarva Siddhi Metraya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Ha 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 da da ga da benjai ma benja benjai bhava ma samaya santo benjai santo samaya manopalaya benjai sato deno Soto kayo memba Sopo kayo memba Amnorando memba Sarva Siddhi Metraya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Ha 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 da da ga da benjai ma benja benjai bhava ma samaya santo benjai santo samaya manopalaya benjai sato deno Soto kayo memba Sopo kayo memba Amnorando memba Sarva Siddhi Metraya Sarva Karma Susame Siddhamashya Ha 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 da da ga da benjai ma benja benjai bhava ma samaya santo benjai santo samaya manopalaya benjai sato deno benjai samaya manopalaya benza sato deno banjina jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma siddhame siddhamashya ha 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 sarva tata kata benzarai mame benza benzem bhava ma samaya santo benza santo samaya manopalaya benza sato deno banjena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo membawa anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma siddhame siddhamashya ha 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 sarva tata kata benzarai mame benza benzem bhava ma samaya santo benza santo samaya manopalaya benza sato deno banjena jendo membawa soto kayo membawa sopo kayo anorando membawa sarva siddhi medaya sarva karma siddhame siddhamashya ha ha ha.
In the beginning, there's coffee. Hello, Jimmy. Sorry, I'm just reading some article here. Are you still there? Life begins with coffee. I do have a coffee right here. Life begins with coffee. And coffee, yes. Life begins with awareness. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's a good one. I didn't notice that. Life begins with coffee. Yeah. That's my coffee mug. Great. Yeah. How are you? Doing well? Yes, great. Every day is a good day. Every hour is a good hour. Every minute is a good minute. I'm very good. Every moment is a good moment. So I'm reading this this article called Svabhava, or Buddha nature. It's that's why I said every moment is a good moment. Once you see your Buddha nature or your Svabhava, 自性 in Chinese. So many different names here. All being, all becoming, intrinsic nature, essential nature, essence of being. Then every moment is a good moment. A good transcends dualities. Non-duality. You see, even in non-dual Advaita Vedānta, there's a word called Brahman. So in the Upanishadic denotation, it is the svabhāva. You see, all the sages' teaching are pointing to this same thing. In Chinese, we say 自性 or 性 or 心. We have different terms too. Beautiful. Anointed nature. What is anointed mean? Anointed? Let me check. Okay. Human beings are so funny. They have so many different words. Anointed. Okay. Blessed with oil. Yes. In Vajrayana, we say empowered. Empowered. Transmitted by masters. Like touch your head. You're empowered. So funny. Years ago, I was touched by the master, Rinpoche. I was dumb. I was dumb that time. But it's a beginning, it's a beginning of awakening. We do have warming ups like before marathon, right? You stretching, you a little jog before marathon. Christian made sacred. Yes, made sacred. Christian means anointed with oil, made sacred. Cool. So, are you a Christian? Or are you into any religions? Or religious? Or really religionless religion? I'm spiritual and always searching for the truth. Yeah, great. That's it. Truth. Every religion leads to truth. Then we could belong to any religion, yet without any religious code. But they all help people to get the truth. Yes, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Buddhism is a religion, yet it is not a religion. It's a science. So it's all depending who is looking at that religion, how he or she understands, right? The term of religion. You hate lies, of course. You're truth seeker. Of course, you dislike lies or untruth for things. In Buddha's teaching, we do have a process of expel demons. Demons is not that terrible like monsters. Demons means any human or being that lies or tell the lies, like you said. So you're a truth holder or truth defender. Yeah. Sometimes we are saying that we are truth defender. But truth defender in a wise way, in a peaceful way, in a bright way. Truth, we love and truth. Great. Yeah, love. Love is like more human rooted. Yeah. Loving compassion, or loving awareness, like that. Sometimes we talk about truth or awareness. It's kind of remote from us, or not so close to us. So once we add love, is very human rooted. Yeah. So it's like love in the action, or love in the talking, love in the body, then expressed. Although the being, or we are human beings, right? Being is beyond love and hatred, right? But as a human, we need to express it. That's why human being means we need to express love through different ways. So many, even just fall in love with a girl or with a boy. That love is really actually the essence of love. Even it's between just one couple, is very touching. Although most time for teenagers, it's all about hormones. But that how to say, sexual attraction, underneath that sexual attraction, there's unconditional love. And it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. Even at that time, we didn't know this, but the pure, how to say, love between a boy and a girl is very beautiful. Being is beyond love and hatred. But I get crazy when Danny, Paul, and Anne from the band Waning, Warning, and sing dark, evil lyrics like let me dive in, push my head, choke me till I drown. Okay, I saw that the band, three girls, right? Is that sorry, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I'm right. Sing dark, evil lyrics. Yeah, Mexican girls. beautiful girls, evil, very dark. Let me dive in, push my head, choke me till I drown. Yeah, very strong, huh? Heavy taste, as I say, like a garlic or spicy food. Very heavy, strong taste. Anyway, that's an expression, right? In the Danny, Poe, and L's perceptions, they're absolutely right. Or it's just an expression from their perception or perspective. They're creating more suffering? Yes and no. It all depends on the listeners. To you, it's not maybe right because you have a shield of purifying. You have a you and me and everybody else has a understandings, right? We each individual have their understanding. When the external stimuli, like a sound of like a song, like lyrics in the song, enters into our vision, or by listening or by watching, we can purify or select or not select, attach to or not attach to, right? Or just let it go. And you know, that's the meaning of sva, how to say svabhava. Once you have this svabhava, the truth inside you, or you have that insight already, anything, nothing can touch you. I mean, disturb you anymore. That's the beauty of truth seeing, or seeing the truth. For most people, they don't have this authentic truth seeing. So they're easily disturbed by lyrics or by anything, actually, by news, right? By newspapers, so many stuff in the newspaper or in the news channel from a TV. So once you see your svabhava, you see everyone is a svabhava. Or in Buddha's teaching, once you see your Buddha nature, you see everyone's Buddha nature too. So you have protection for yourself, and you understand some people are not wise enough to say something like dark lyrics. Maybe they don't mean it, but maybe they're just ignorant of saying it. So you have this total understanding of what's going on outside and inside. That's what we call enlightenment, awakening. You see the truth of everything, yet you can help others to awaken. That's the beauty of Buddha's teaching. Anyway, I'm more in the lineage of Buddha's teaching, right? Okay, so dark lyrics, accusation, yeah. But there's all accusations or dark energy or gray energy in the world. It's everywhere. Trust me, Jimmy. But how do you react? How do you respond? You can make a difference. You can respond it nicely, wisely, or for others maybe just caught up into this dark, hatred, dislikes, and so on. We sometimes caught up in these kind of dark energies. But if you're wise enough, you're okay. You just see the dancing of the cosmic intelligence in everyone. She was clearly suffering. I saw Danny on a private video once, grabbing her Yes, we see a lot of mental health people in in hospitals, right? They affect me through though I see their suffering because the sounds are their inner world, and I feel empathy and feel their suffering. I suffer. No, don't make that happen. You see the suffering, but you know all suffering are illusions because the whole world is in suffering. 99.99 of the population are in suffering. Why? Because they are ignorant. They are ignorant of the true self, or of who they are, or who I am. That's why don't let others suffering suffer you. I feel deeply like I love them. I don't want them to destroy themselves, and other singers have committed suicide because of suffering is not all healthy. I respond with prayer of love, joy, happiness, good days for them all the time. Sometimes I tell them in Instagram the hard truth of what their sons do to me, and that I don't like it, but I still love her. Yes, be careful, Jimmy. Be careful. Once you notice you're disturbed by anything, most time you're by the singers of the lyrics of the singers or any song, because you're more interested in the song making, right? In the music, so you're more disturbed in terms of in that field or aspect. Be careful. Once you notice you're disturbed, you should back to your inner stillness, which reside in your svabhāva. That's my topic today. Become a pure observer. The, the disturbance after you watching or listening to a song is a sign that you lose your balance or you lose your inner stillness. You're not the real you anymore. You're in your mind, you're in your emotions. So I don't know, do you meditate? Great. It's not necessary you sit quiet doing nothing, but also meditation means but meditation has an essence actually. You can find your inner stillness. That's all. That's called real meditation. Always reside in your inner stillness as a pure observer. You observe the lyrics, you watch the lyrics, you listen to the lyrics. You're watching that three beautiful Mexican ladies are dancing or singing or whatever they're doing. Yet you're not disturbed. You notice there's an expression or a lot of expressions from that lyrics or from that band, yet you're not disturbed. That's a understanding without any disturbance. That's an insight. That's a stability. That's a stability. And in that stillness, in this pure observation and pure observation, you can help. That's where the true help and love starts. Hello, good morning. Oh, may good afternoon and good night. Petri. That's why meditation is so important. Meditation means you can recognize your inner stillness and silence and watching or listening to every sound, every voice, every vibrations in the world, including your body and mind, including your mind. Actually, you see the band, the Three Mexico Girls, the band, are singing. That's they're expressing their mind. You see, through sound, right? Through music, through lyrics. Actually, we are talking. We are really communicating in the level of mind. Musical instruments is just an expression of your mind. Make sense? My words are expression of my mind, and your typing in the chat box is an expression your mind. So in the mind level, we talk, we communicate. There's one thing is in this communication, in this back and forth, are you still enough? Can you recognize your inner stillness at your side, and at my side? Can I recognize my inner stillness or silence or svabhāva? You see, I just put into the svabhāva. I can just put it here again since we talked about this. And you recognize your svabhāva or Buddha nature or light within while you are engaging in the world. No matter you're listening to a song, watching a video, reading a newspaper, have a conversation with your family member, or just doing cooking, washing, and cleaning the dishes. Petri said, you're overwhelmed. Then you need meditate more to recognize that inner stillness and silence that already in you. That's why meditation or concentration or mindfulness or breath works, we have so many terms techniques to help us to recognize the inner stillness and silence. Buddha nature, we saw Buddha nature. The fragrance, the scent of our Buddha nature is the inner stillness. Inner stillness is more than enough for Lao. L-O-A. What is L-O-A? Inner stillness is not enough, but is the first step. Law of attraction? Okay, thank you. Yes. Law of attraction. We should be the pure observer first to see everything outside of us and inside of us. Who is seeing, who is understanding this law of attraction? You, the pure awareness. When I say you, I'm not talking your body, I'm not talking your reasoning mind. I mean talking your presence, the presence. Like now, you, the awareness, is listening to me, is watching me. When you talk about law of attraction, who is understanding or watching that scenario could be a content, right? Maybe a beautiful lady, maybe a beautiful scene, I don't know, the events or the situations will be very different. But there's one thing should be there is your awareness. Who is a pure, can you be purely observing the situations? You, are you stable? That's why I said, are you aware? Are you aware that you are aware? That's the first step. If you lose this first step, every steps will collapse, will bump into something we call suffering. Will hit somebody, will hit something, will cause us damage, not cause us, but cause others too. We damage us, we damage others. Can you recognize your stillness right now? If you can recognize your inner stillness and silence right now, then you should, and you can recognize the identical inner stillness and inner silence when you listening to a song, when you watch a movie, when you have a feeling of law of attraction. It's always here and now. That's the primary foundational stuff. It's your essence. Something you really want is coming from your inner core because it is your personality and it already belongs to you because it fits you perfectly. Yes. If you realize this, then you feel confident that it belongs to you and there is no single doubt. And it feels safe and good and it will be yours. Yeah, law of attraction. There's one thing I want to say this. Why we need law of attraction? Law of attraction, sometimes we need something underlines, implies that your lack of that thing. It's fundamentally wrong. Okay, you're not lack of anything. You just purely observe. That's the first step. Then the second step, once you can establish that you are not lack of anything, not a girlfriend, not a boyfriend, not a health, not wealth, everything you desire for will come to you. That's the real meaning of law of attraction. Because you feel sufficient here. You feel sufficient in your heart now. Once you feel sufficient and complete and perfect already inside of you, then everything you watch, you listen is perfect and complete already. That's called true law of attraction. Because everything you see from here, from the inside, from your perception, from your understanding. In Buddha's teaching, we say wisdom. Do you have that insight or wisdom to look out? That's called svabhāva, the Buddha nature. Once you recognize you are God, everything you see is God. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Flip a rock or stone, I am there. God is everywhere. Is God lack of something? Is God need law of attraction? No. God is full. Anyway, it's but that's the ultimate understanding. Then On top of that, you can play and have fun. You can have fun of law of attraction. You can have a desire. You can, don't miss the core part. Don't miss your heart. Then everything is secondary. You can play. You can have fun. You can experience. You can learn. So beautiful. So just on my being. Recognize your inner stillness and inner silence first. That's the first step, the first of all, okay? And all your actions, behaviors, thinking, your desires, your intentions, your attentions should come from that inner stillness. If you can really do this, you're awakened one. Trust me, you are awakened one because you awakened enough to recognize your inner stillness that transcends all the dualities of the world, transcends beauty, ugliness, transcend failure, success, transcend unpleasant and unpleasant, transcend good or bad. Inner stillness is non-dual. Transcend environmental crisis or economic crisis. You transcend all these things, environmental pollutions or killings, bombings in Ukraine. You transcend all this, then you're not disturbed because now you're back to your inner stillness. That's a sufficient. I can call you are awakened. But to realize, to really to do this, to back to your inner stillness, no matter what happened outside, is not easy. Trust me, definitely not easy. In Buddha's teaching, we have these 52 steps of the awakening, right? So Buddha is a fully, completely, perfectly enlightened being. So to reach that stage of Buddha, we have these 52 stages. The one I just said, you can recognize your inner stillness and silence no matter what happening outside and inside. This one is the 17th stage. 17th stage, okay? And to reach this level is not easy. You need a lot of trainings, trust me. Theoretically, it's very easy to understand. Oh, inner stillness. Yes, I can recognize now. How about you meet a very lasting person? How about your parents or your partners fight with you? At that time, can you recognize your inner stillness? You have you and you have God, so you have every fundamental thing. You love yourself, accept everything of yourself, and you are free. Yes, no resistance, acceptance. Accept what you're having, what you're not having. Accept your relationship, accept your student, or you're just cashier, or your doctor. No matter what role you're playing, your mom, your daughter, your son, your father, accept all that without any resistance. That's a true meaning of acceptance. Accept what you're having now, what you're not having now. a total receptance. How to love myself? Use affirmation or just being. Love is in your stillness. Okay. In Chinese, in Buddha's teaching, we say have fa xi. So once you recognize your inner stillness and silence, there's kind of joy, a taste of joy, very little bit, but you feel good. You feel, oh, I'm serene, I'm calm, I am still, I'm a little bit joyful. That's the joy of Dharma. Sometimes we say faxi, joy of stillness. You can see, you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel serene, you feel peaceful. That's where true love starts. You see, the foundation of everything is your inner stillness, is your inner silence. You name it, love, compassion, wisdom, help, energy, every knowledge all arise from your inner stillness. Or we can use another term, your awareness. Your still awareness, your silent awareness, your loving awareness. Everything arises from there. If you can deeply root it in this inner stillness or loving awareness, everything, you can access to everything, and everything grows from there too. Everything beautiful, constructive, arising from that field of inner stillness or pure observation or pure awareness. You name it. Sometimes we use different words to talk about. And from there, you can love yourself. Love yourself is being yourself. Love the small things, yes. You can listen to yourself because now you can purely listening, observe yourself in terms of inner chattering, your inner feelings, voice, movements, not only physical movements, but emotional movements and mental movements. That inner stillness is recognized through it all. Yes, in all events, in all movements, you recognize your inner stillness. That's how important inner stillness is. Humor is good, or not too rigid, relaxation, yes. Laughing, the progress is created by friction, relationships. Don't start, I do not suggest to practice in storms, in strong, mental activities when you are so angry, when you are so disturbed and agitated. No, don't start from there. Start from something like in the nature or in the meditation. You can recognize your inner stillness very easily. And by my understanding, to really stabilize your recognition of inner stillness and silence, you may need 2 years or 3 years, maybe more, or maybe less. That roughly says 2 or 3 years of meditation every day to recognize that inner stillness, really taste it instead of that, or theoretically understand this. Taste it as your realization. It may take like roughly 2 or 3 years. Then from there, you can be mindful. You can be, have a test to confront a situation which is maybe unpleasant, you know, and watching the news, which is a bombing or killing in Ukraine, then you can have that stability, even you confront a situation which is unpleasant, right? Then you may notice progress is created by friction or test, confrontation. I love time so much. Very calming. Absolutely. I'm I'm moving the wiper on the table. I enjoy wiping gently. Yeah, the movements are beautiful. Yes, I feel joy of being aware that I'm doing this. That's called mindfulness. How long you achieve that state, Jamie? I am driving a line on paper. More lines appear. I imagine shapes and colors in my mind. They're beautiful. Yeah. So you see all these movements physically, mentally, and emotionally are in at same instant. It happens at same time. It is because meditation, yes, I guess it has helped. Yes, meditation makes you very aware of that inner stillness and nature too, and then you will be more aware of it. Yes, there's no limitation on top of that inner stillness. The door of enlightenment open for you when you can reach that inner stillness or recognize and rest in that inner stillness. Then the door of unlimited is opened for you. Lock, the door will be open. Seek, and it will be found. That's Jesus' teaching. So beautiful, you see. I guess that help. Yeah, meditation. Then you can live more meditative overall. Yes, overall, you can be a meditative state no matter what you're doing. Like now, you're meditative, washing a dish, what walking in the nature, or just write an email or make a phone call. Doesn't matter what you're doing because the awareness is always as a background. And you become more alive. That's the meditation's function. You become more alive. You're so sensitive, yet you're so still. You're so full, yet you're so still. You're so active, yet you're so still. You're so fully engaged in what you're doing, yet you can let go. It's very beautiful thing, seemingly very paradoxical, but not. Once it becomes your realization, your self inner realization, then you understand every teaching from different lineages. Really? You're half Indonesian, half Dutch? Cool. But you can't speak Indonesian. Uh, in Canada, we have a lot of Indonesian people, and they're beautiful. Yeah, Canada is a mix of everything, every religion, every culture, every people. It's really fun. Canada is like a small world in Vancouver. Yeah. Maybe you guys can leave each other emails. Maybe I have to go now. Sorry, Jimmy and Pewtery. Yeah, we can. You can meet here. Thank you, Jimmy and Pewtery. Actually, we are always connected, right? In the inner stillness, you're connected with me. You're connected with Jimmy. You're connected with Pewtery. We never disconnected or separated, actually. Okay, thank you, thank you. See ya.